Hello, my name is Alexander Zagorsky. I am studying at LCC International University. Today I will talk about the topic I believe that everything in our life has a physical and spiritual profit. In the culture of ancient India, this was called karma. In this phenomenon you can believe or cannot, but this is a reality that happens to us every day. This is connected with religion or not, but some magical powers are clearly involved. I believe the spiritual being karma, which is the nature's way of rewarding those who have done good deeds in the lifetime. It is a scale that goes both ways, either for the good or for the bad. In this way, it's both a blessing and a curse for which we have no control over. This is a force that exists outside of being it, was here before us, and it will be here after us. For example, a few months ago I helped to my friend to buy a ticket to go home. After that time, past few weeks, I was sick and couldn't go outside. I needed to buy food, but because of my health, that's why I asked help from my friends. After asking help, they came with the food and I felt good myself. And I think this is what we give, what we receive, as I mentioned before. The only thing in which what we have any say and how we choose to play by its rules. It's like any sport you ever played, there are guidelines are having to be followed and penalties for not playing by them. Eventually, if one wants to stop losing at this activity, they must conform themselves to the way of the sport. It's the same with karma. One can choose to not allow karma to exist in their lives yet. This will only result in them losing at life. They will have no face, a dark and stormy road down a path will show them the error in their ways. There is the point when they must choose wherever they are not. They want to live in the ignorance or change the way their life in order to make room for good karma, though switching the motivations within life. It can be hard to live a selfless life without the receiving of an reward, since it will result in anger over injustice. Luckily, this is why karma exists. When we perform good things to help others, it in fact will come back and reward us. This creates a circular flow that never ends, where everyone seeks to help their brother in order to help themselves. This kind of society doesn't hold a grudge. They instead choose to believe in a force beyond them, one that humbles, since it gives them what they cannot give themselves. Whether the status of law of karma, the scope of its application is limited to the sphere of action performed under the influence of ordinary passions and disease. All actions taken that obtain benefits and benefits in the present or in the future are governed by this law. Just as the fire seems goes not terminates, so destinated impassive actions do not lead to any good or bad results in the life of the individual. Thus, under the influence of the law of karma are those individuals who somehow depend on the environment, are subject to the influence or ordinary passions and impulses of life, and seek to receive certain benefits in the next life. Disinterested and passive actions do not cause either good or bad consequences, but on the contrary contribute on the irradiation, destruction of the assimilated consequences for our behavior in the past, when we were under the influence of attachment or prediction, selfish hopes or fears, and thus leads to us moksha. With the attachment of liberation from dependence, our I goes out of submission in the law of karma, lives and acts in the atmosphere of freedom. Thank you.